Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to install Linux Mint on your computer. It's a very easy process, very easy installation. I'm going to show you how to do it. Now right now I am currently running on Debian as a temporary operating system since my USB decided to go slime itself out. Now even though I am on Debian, this entire setup is going to be the same thing as on Windows. You can do everything that I'm doing here on Windows if you have a Windows computer. So let's get started. First you're going to want to go to Google. You're just going to want to search up Linux Mint. You need to go to the Linux Mint website. Once you're here, you're just going to want to go to the download page. And there are three versions. There's the Cinnamon Edition, XFCE Edition, and the Mate Edition. These just change your desktop. They don't actually change the core system itself, but I would recommend going with Cinnamon as it's the easiest and most similar to Windows to help you transition. So you're just going to want to click download, and you're going to scroll down, and you're just going to click World. You're going to click this one. It doesn't really matter which one you pick, but Linux Mint will start downloading, and we're just going to wait for that to finish. I'll come back to you guys when it's done.
2,000 years later.
Okay, now that the installation is done, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to search up this tool called Balena Etcher. I spelt it wrong. I don't care. So you're going to go to their site, and you're just going to click Download Etcher. It's going to bring you down to the bottom of the page. Now, if you're on Windows, obviously you're going to want to click the download for the Windows installer, but I'm on Linux, so I would get the Linux one. But I already have Balena Etcher installed, so I'm just going to open it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to click Flash from File. You're going to click on the Linux Mint file. You're just going to put it in there. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to grab your USB stick, and you're just going to plop that baby into your computer. And now once it's plugged in, you're going to click Select Target, and you're going to click your USB. Your stick probably won't be named Debian. I just installed Debian earlier today because, again, my USB decided to slime itself out. But it'll probably just be named like General USB or like 16 gigabyte USB, something along those lines. And then you're just going to want to click Flash and you'll be ready to go. I have to do authentication because I'm on Linux. And you're just going to wait for it to go, and you just wait until it's done. What was that? Now my dogs are barking. Did someone just die? I don't know if the mic picked that up, but there's just a loud boom outside. Okay, now the flash is done, so I'm going to have to start recording on my phone because I won't be able to record this next part. Now that I'm on my phone, I am going to just turn off my computer. I'm going to click restart. For this next part, you're going to need to know your motherboard or your computer's BIOS menu button. Mine is F12, so I'm just going to press F12, and we're going to get into my BIOS menu. I have some leftover Linux partitions here. Don't worry about those, but you're just going to want to click on something that says USB flash disk. You're just going to want to click on that. And you're going to want to click on Start Linux Mint. Just press Enter. Didn't mean to get my finger in the way. You're just going to press Enter, and it's going to load up. We have the Linux Mint logo. It's hard to see. You can't see it at all, actually, but Linux Mint logo. This might take a while to load up because, remember, it's loading from your USB. So it's going to be a little slow, but it'll have better performance once it's actually installed on your computer. And I think we're going into the desktop. Any day now, dude. Oh my god. Oh, there's the cursor. And we are in the desktop environment, so I'm going to start recording on my computer again. And now we are in the Linux Mint environment. So I went to go eat dinner. So I was gone for like 15 minutes. But we are now in the Linux Mint environment, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to click this little CD icon in the top left corner that says Install Linux Mint. And you're just going to double click that so you can open the window. It might take a second because, again, this is called a live environment, and a live environment is basically when the operating system is currently running off of the USB. It runs completely through RAM. Anyway, now you're just going to select your language and stuff. Obviously, I'm American, so we're going to go English. Set your keyboard layout, continue, that's all normal. You would probably want to install multimedia codecs. I would check this if I were you because it's required to play some video formats and properly render some websites. Yes, I did just read it off of the thing. I don't care. Make sure this is checked though, it's probably better. Gonna click continue again. Basically, now it's going to ask you where you want to install Linux Mint onto your hard drive. There are these things called partitions, and partitions are basically pieces of your hard drive. You can split your hard drive into two and have Linux and Windows run on both of them. Both of them don't take up all of the hard drive, so for example, if I were to install Windows and Linux together, I would not have my full 512 gigabyte hard drive on Linux or Windows because it's split down the middle. You only get what you set your partition size to be. I'm going to select Erase Disk and install Linux Mint. This is basically going to install Linux Mint on my entire hard drive. It is going to wipe everything from my previous operating system, which in your case is probably Windows or maybe Mac OS. If you want to dual boot, I'm not going to show that in this video, maybe another time, but for now go look up another tutorial for that. But basically I'm going to click this and we're going to click install now. Do I want to write changes to disk? I do. Linux will always warn you beforehand that it will wipe everything on the partition that you are choosing it to be. I'm just choosing my entire hard drive, so I don't really care because I don't have anything important. And we're just going to click continue. We're going to select my location. And we're going to give my computer a name. I'm just going to name it Terminal because that's my YouTube name. Going to change this to just be Terminal Mint. And we're going to choose a password, and you're going to choose your account password. And I would not recommend checking and login automatically, but you can do that if you want. It's your computer. You have the option to encrypt your home folder if you want, but most people don't. And I'm going to click continue. Now Linux Mint will start installing on your computer, and you just have to wait for it to finish. It might take some time because, again, you're installing a full operating system, but you just have to wait until this is done.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
And now the installation is done, so you can go ahead and restart, which I am now going to do. Okay, so we are inside of Mint now. As you can see, we have the little welcome screen right here. Also, the light mode is ugly, dude. Dark mode. Yeah! We love dark mode. We love dark mode more than anything else. Dark mode is superior. Anyway, there's like a little guide here to help you do some stuff. You can get some plugins and stuff like Software Manager. If you don't like using a terminal, I would definitely recommend using the Software Manager because you can actually install apps without having to go into the terminal at all. You don't have to use this black box. There's also documentation stuff, and there's help like the web forums and the chat rooms, and you can contribute if you want, but yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope this tutorial helped you install, helped you learn in some sort of way. I don't know. I'm not a good teacher. But thank you for watching, and I don't know what I'm going to upload next, but see y'all later, as George Cooper once said.